Any weather update from Delhi? How's the weather?
Little bit cloudy, sir. Weather is too good today.
Nice. Cloudy. The temperature is it somewhat? Yeah.
It's 30, around 30, 32 degrees Celsius.
More than that.
It's better since yesterday, actually.
But too humidity, man. Too much humidity.
Little respite from heat, not much.
Mm.
No, similar kind of weather, but very strong heat waves. Like 15 degree, but today it's gonna be 32.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What about you, Kishan, in Netherlands?
Here it is 10 degrees Celsius at the moment with a bit of sun rays coming out. Mostly cloudy, but there is now and there, here and there, you can see some rays coming out. Yeah. This is supposed to be summer. I'm just trying to wonder what's happening.
July is not summer in Europe.
Yeah.
In European countries, I think this is the onset of the summer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposed to be summer.
June 22nd, obviously, officially the summer starts. But then here, I feel the temperature seems to be not rising at all.
And I suppose even the schools closed down from 1st July.
Yes,
Approximately.
the first week of July, mostly.
Mostly, okay.
Yeah.
And then they reopen, I think, somewhere in September.
Yes.
Yes.
The academic calendar.
Yeah, according to the academic calendar. Like we have in India, this time there was a little bit of reshuffling.
Yeah.
Normally, in India, the school closes down for summer vacation somewhere at mid-May and then reopens in the first week of July. But this time, because of the lockdown and corona and pandemic situations,
Mhm.
we had an early summer vacation that is like uh, in the beginning of May, and the schools reopened on 10th June, and since then we are having online classes.
Oh, there is a slight difference because probably in South in Chennai, we always start from the first week of June, first or second of June, and the holidays were April and May. Usually, that's the height of summer. So,
Puneet, could you please ask other teachers as well to join? And I request all the teachers who are here to switch on their cameras.
Yes, Nana.
Thank you, Puneet. Thank
And
you
then
so much,
I
Punita.
also create that YouTube live, so I share this YouTube
Okay.
live link with you.
Okay, thank you so much, Puneet.
how many are we supposed to join in total? The teachers? Puneet?
15?
I think 12.
12. Oh, okay. No, I mean, how many are we supposed to be here? Not actually were here.
There are 20 in WhatsApp group.
20. Okay. So I think we are so far excluding
18.
us. Yeah, it would be 15. I think. Yeah.
So 5 more.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
One is Chatu so we can count 4 more to go. Right, Puneet?
Yes, Charu ma'am is not there, and
Juman is also not there.
hmm,
So two already. So we can start slowly on our schedule.
ये यहाँ तो काफी है।
So, welcome you all again. Thank you very much for being here this week. After having go through with us the last week. So I'm so glad to see all of you again, mostly all of you. And yeah, successfully second workshop where we would like to discuss few things. And I would like to give the floor to Nena. Today she'll be guiding us through the agendas, objectives, and mostly, yeah, the things that we should be doing today. Yes, Nena.
Good morning, all the teachers, and I hope you enjoyed our last workshop. And thank you so much for cooperating with us because you are so active on the WhatsApp group as well. So it's kind of motivating us as well, like to do the things together. So today we are going to create a foundation here for the next 6 workshop because in the last activity we were trying to know each other because it was the first time when we get to know each other, so it was more like a ice breaking. Today we're gonna make a foundation for the next upcoming workshop because as we said, like it's a co-creation workshop, so we need to know what are the requirements and where we are failing, what are the things that we need to learn from each other. So this is the foundation we're gonna create by doing a group activity. So in the first round, first we will do the sharing what we have learned because we Nidhi posted a small activity for all of us. So that is about like finding out one new tool and sharing it with us, its advantages and the disadvantages. So first we're gonna do that. In the second activity, then we will do the again making the breakout rooms of 3 to 4 person together, and then we will discuss few things. And that's how we're gonna start the day. And afterwards, we will do the reflection of the same activity, and then we will bring the foundation of the upcoming workshop. How should we move forward? How we can think of organizing and co-creating the workshops in the upcoming session for the 6 sessions. So that's the agenda for the day. So who would like to start with sharing the activity? By the way, how was the activity? Have you enjoyed?
Yes,
yes,
definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
It's fun.
Was it a difficult one or was it an easy one? Like you just okay, we know Zoom or we know Canva or Miro, or was it like you have to really go on the Google and search for it?
I had to search few points. Can't say everything was known. I had to search about few things.
Okay, nice. So for this activity, we have created a Jamboard. So I'm gonna share the Jamboard in front of you, and we're gonna post all the co-learning together there. So that's how like Jamboard is also a unique board that you can also use in your in your activities. So Jamboard is a free tool from the Google, and that's kind of a free board from like a virtual board kind of a thing that you can use in your school days as well, and you can share it with the school students also. Like when you are doing some group activities with the students, you can collect their point of opinions on the exam boards while taking the virtual classes. And I think if you have the smart education system in your classroom setting also, then you can use those exam boards in your school but offline classes also. So who would like to start? Who is the first volunteer? Millie, would you like to start because you are smiling?
Yes, sure, ma'am. I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Millie. Millie, please feel free to discuss your tool and share about the advantages and disadvantages with us.
Okay, my tool is Microsoft Whiteboard, and though we have normally whiteboard in Zoom classes also, but the difference between the two is that, shall I type it or I have to? Shall I type it?
No, you can say, you can share with us.
Okay, okay. So the difference is that we can the difference is there that we can paste the images in the Microsoft Whiteboard, but we can't do it in the Zoom Whiteboard. We have to stop sharing, then we can share our images in Zoom Whiteboard. But in Microsoft Whiteboard, we can paste images over there and write it over there to explain those images and the content to the students. And one disadvantages of that whiteboard is that we only write on it by using stylus or a digital pen. We can't write on it by using mouse. That's the disadvantage.
Thank you so much, Millie. Thank you. So this is a Jamboard that we have created. So since it's from the co-creation workshop 1, and I'm collecting your opinions here live. So and at the end we can see all the opinions together, all the tools that we have listed down. So who is the next volunteer?
Let me do it.
Yeah, sure, Nikita. Thank you.
Actually, I have made just 2 slides about it, so let me share it with you all.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, okay. You have disabled participant screen share. Can you allow that, please?
Yes.
I,
Sure, yeah. Good, yeah. I
um,
will stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
one second. I'm enabling you. Okay. Yeah, I think you should be able to know.
So, my first tool in it is Mentimeter, which actually makes the interaction quite easy and interesting with the students. It's some of the advantages are you can make any polls, survey, quizzes, and any word cloud activity also in that. And while having the live quiz or poll, you can have a leaderboard, which can tell you who has scored the most and who has scored the lowest, and also who has done it in the very less time. And so this is these are two of the advantages. Many of the contents available on it, and the live quiz and poll with the leaderboard. Next is it also allows you to put background themes and timer along with the quiz, and there is an option to put the music also. So it becomes very interesting when we have the live quiz or something on it. Disadvantage is that in any quiz competition, it has only 2 formats. Either it is an MCQ or you can just type the answer. So these 2 formats are available there, and the leaderboard, which shows you the results, actually takes a bit time sometimes to show the final result. And one more disadvantage is it allows only two slides in a PPT or whatever you want to create, any word cloud survey, type the answer, or any poll. So it will just allow you two slides on it in its free version. If it's paid, then obviously it has more features. So it allows you. These are some of the disadvantages. So this was a learning tool there, and as a learning teaching platform, I really find Zoom app very friendly, user friendly. It allows you to have a breakout room in which we can have few participants and they can discuss, and also it can allow multiple screen sharing also. Then you can disable the annotations in that so that other person will not write anything while you will be sharing anything on the screen. So annotations disable option is also there in the classroom. Yes, multiple can share the screen, and the whiteboard and the chat box option is also available in this. In whiteboard, suppose if I want the students to draw something or write something, they can easily do it with different color of pens. And chat box is good in it, as they can also send personal messages to any particular person, so that they won't be shy to or hesitate to speak in front of the whole class. And disadvantages are that in free version it has just 40 minutes limit. So if you have a very good content to take it for a long time and have an interaction through breakout or these features of the Zoom, you can have it just for 40 minutes. And qualities are not sometimes good. Server attach issue is also there. In the starting it has been a lot. And if you have a bad connection, this app just closes instantly. So these are some of the disadvantages of Zoom app. Okay, so these two are the tools from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikita. Thank you. It is interesting, like to know about the Mentimeter.
Yeah.
So who's the next volunteer?
Sunita, right?
Yeah, Sunita ji.
Yes. Thank you, Nikita, and thank you, Millie, for lovely presentation explanation of the apps that you both have explained. Okay, taking on from Nikita, it has made my explanation easier. You can, as you can see, that there is Nikita is a young and very enthusiastic and very energetic and very innovative learner as well as a teacher. So people like me who are struggling with the technology at the present time, we people like me found using of apps actually a bit difficult in the beginning, though we have struggled. Okay, one thing. So, taking cue from there, I would like to say yes, even I have used Mentimeter. I take classes on Zoom as well as on Google Meet, and we try to impart knowledge through these apps as efficiently as possible. But here I would like to add one thing. Sometimes I used to get stuck and I didn't know where to go from there. So I took help of my students, like I take senior classes, class 11th and 12th English subject. So students were so cooperative and they were so eager to help me out. So with the help of the students I was able to use the apps successfully. But here I want to tell you one thing. It is not an disadvantage that I'm going to speak about. I just want to express my honest feelings regarding the teaching that we are doing using the online apps. uh, mm, you know, I hope that you will agree that for us, knowledge is Goddess Saraswati, and Goddess Saraswati means devotion and worship. You know, so when we worship, what is our mindset? Our mindset is not playful. So while using Mentimeter, I was able to uh, create a quiz for the students, and they enjoyed it thoroughly. But what I felt in explaining the concepts using the apps, that somewhere I was limited. I was not able to explain as to my fullest satisfaction at the end of the class. I never have till date, I never have a satisfaction as I used to have, before pandemic or when I used to take offline classes. A satisfaction, yes, that I have done something good, I have imparted something good, something knowledgeable to my students, though I try very hard using the apps, but somehow I am not satisfied. So I just want to say that okay, you are using apps and they help to help the students in learn in an innovative manner, but somehow I feel that down the line we are forgetting the concept that education has to be taken seriously. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunita. Thank you for a wonderful explanation and sharing your experience as well. Because I think the young generation is quite partial towards this technology, and we always think that technology can solve all the issues. But the way you put it, like always there is a barrier of the sharing, and the I like your beautiful words like knowledge is the goddess Saraswati, and somewhere like down the line we know that we still follow that concept of worshipping our books, but somewhere like down the line we are keep on forgetting our rituals and our culture there. So thank you, Sunita, for reminding us again like from where we are coming and what our culture values are holding towards the
Yes,
education.
one more point I would like to actually see. What are these apps? These apps are machines. These machines cannot take place of a human teacher. When I take a concept, when I teach, so I get ideas spontaneously. One thing leads to another. Students pick up, my lines or my words, and from there they create questions or their queries. And one thing leads to another. One knowledge, one question leads to another. But when we are using app, we are limited. We get limited. We get stuck there, I would say. Thank you so much for your for listening patiently to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
thank
much.
you very much, Sumita.
Yeah, thank you.
I would like to add one thing. You have actually beautifully summarized the struggle and challenges that we, yeah, actually face as educators during such things like pandemic and crisis, and it has to be taken seriously. Yeah, in the ways of tackling education, we forget what it is actually and what are the challenges actually. But thank you once again for reminding and painting a clear picture emotionally as well, and also technically how it is difficult. So that was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunita.
Thank you, Sunita.
Thank you.
It was really well said.
Who is the next one? Who is the next volunteer?
Divya, may I know the ma'am? Divya?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Divya
Good
this side.
morning.
Actually, in this online pandemic time, we are using so many digital tools first to attract the student toward our class. But in this month, two tools I am using too much. One is Padlet, second is Prezi. Padlet is just like a virtual wall, and it is favorite in my classroom. Why it is favorite? Because students who are not spoken up, they can write whatever they views on the Padlet, and it's beautiful by adding the feature by uploading file and link the projects, resources for PBL, etc. So whenever we are going with the discussion in classroom on any topic, I just share my Padlet link for the final conclusion comment by the students, and it will attract the student too much, and who in whole class were not able to speak, finally they have to write their conclusion on that. And Prezi, which I am using for presentation, is far better than the PowerPoint presentation because it had much more features, much more advanced than PowerPoint. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you. And would you like to talk about some of disadvantages of Prezi or the Padlet?
The disadvantage of Padlet is that actually in Padlet we just write uh, as we have spoken or as we have conversed, we can convert too much. The conversation we have too much, but in Padlet we can write in limited. As I told you that we just write the conclusion on that. Whatever topic we lead to the discussion, we will just write the conclusion.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Divya.
thank you, ma'am.
Also, like, I would like to request all the teachers who, because we are a bit limited with the time, so it's a bit hard to take all the sharing at the same moment. So maybe like some of the teacher can start putting their opinions in the chat box already, and we can take two more sharing in the meantime. So who is the next volunteer?
Priyanka.
Yeah. Hi, Priyanka.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Okay, I'm just taking the app Quizy. So the advantages of it is free. The flexibility of Quizy is the best feature of its gaming platform. Any teacher can use it for any content that they can teach. It has a blog session that highlights new features or techniques for using the platform. We have fun memes added to the questions when they are answered. So these are the disadvantages of this. And when we talk about the disadvantages, so the other thing, the I want to change. I would like to change about Quizzy. If you copy a question from someone else quiz, you must use the meme that they have said, which could be inappropriate for your classroom. So, and the second disadvantage is there is a limit in the types of questions you can ask. It is perfect for facts and recall, but it is not conducive for more elaborate questioning. So that's it.
Thank you
So,
so much, Priyanka. Thank you.
Okay, one more.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah.
may
one more teacher.
may I share?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, so Nana, can you allow me to share my screen?
I
I will stop sharing, and then you can share the
No,
screen.
it shows that host disabled.
no,
Wait.
you are now able to. Can you check again, Puneet?
Yes.
We need a lot of work. No?
Yes. So
Bouncy
actually,
balls.
uh, I discovered this app, or I can say that I find out this app. This is purely a behavioral management app because we use all these apps like Padlet and other things. So this is a bouncy ball app, and I just click on this link. See, as we know that in online platform, students were not share their views, or students are not want to share anything. They just mute themselves. So we can use this Bouncy Ball app to make them more responsive. See how it's work. Hello, Nana.
Yeah.
So
Do we have to say something?
yes, no. Actually, I want to show that how responsive they are. They start jumping or they start moving when we start talking. So students use this app, and a teacher can use this app, and they can easily make them motivate towards, because later on this app is used to make our class on a silent mode, or if a class is too much noisy, so this app will be used. But we can also use this app to make students more responsive in the class,
Wow.
Nice.
and we can also change themes from here, and sensitivity is also changed.
So this app can work simultaneously with Zoom or with any meeting.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
you are saying, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are speaking, they these balls can vibrate. More is the noise, more is the jumping will be there,
But I
and
didn't like with emoticons. That was very
yeah,
cool.
and the noise is also there, so that we can also use this noise. Yes, that's it from my side.
Any disadvantage so far you came to know, or
Disadvantage
it's
is students can also distract from this. They start using
yeah, I
it
mean, I
to
can. So student can, me and Nana are totally so yeah, student can definitely get disturbed. Yeah, true.
Indeed. So I would like to just quickly share, probably if because I looked at the list and I could not see slides.
I
Yeah.
have my documents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
so you can add.
Yeah, Kahoot. Indeed. Thank you, Geeta. So what I wanted to share is also one tool called Slido, which I use in my classroom. What you could do is incorporate quizzing and student responses into your Google Slides, so that you do not have to separately create quizzes in a separate app. While you create your lessons in a slide, you can integrate all of them in once. And then you can, on live, immediately display what students are writing or responding through the questions and the survey or open-ended questions or multiple choice questions. You can have different formats actually, and the best thing about it is that you do not have to use it separately but more integrated with your PowerPoint or Google Slides. Of course, the disadvantage that it offer works differently with a different operating system, and it doesn't, yeah, work very well on Mac, for example, and with Microsoft it has more integrated option. And also from the user end it might be a little difficult with a different application when they are using it. That is the only downside, but most of the times the time I've used, it's been a very good tool for interacting, creating much more interaction with students in an online or virtual environment. So it is Slido. Yes, Nena, sorry.
No, thank you so much, Kishore. Thank you. Nidhi also have a wonderful tool to share with us. So
Yes. So I am going to talk about Miro. Have you ever heard about Miro? Anyone?
No.
Uh,
Yes, I heard the name.
okay. I just give me 2 minutes. I started using this app during Corona time. I came to know because I used to take part in a lot of hackathon, online hackathon, and uh, one is for education and one is for COVID. How we gonna handle the COVID on European level? So the participant is mostly all around the world, from Canada, from France, from Germany, from Switzerland, and it was so difficult to put all the ideas together. And at that time, I started using this app, and I think I would like to share my screen.
One,
Kishore, I also
yes.
need access. Maybe.
1 second.
in the meantime, all the teachers who didn't get chance of doing the sharing, they can still put it in the chat actually. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bhumika. Yeah, you've already started, I guess. Quizlet. That's nice.
You can see my screen. It's coming. Exactly how it works. Yeah. So you see my screen, right? I guess now.
Yes.
Okay. So you see how many sticky notes are there? Oopsie. Even I. So what we did, we create this and we ask all the participants to put their thoughts here at one place. So mostly like 25 people working on this at the same time from different country, different time zone, and you see the complexity that how we can uh, do the ideation, that which connect to which in the end. We started with all the big agendas, then we start writing about details, and anyone who are not agree, they can write in the comment, and other people can read the comment as well. You can attach the link, and when you attach the link, here is some link, and if I click on this link, I open directly the publication which link is attached to this sticky notes. So it's very good app. you see this is a paper which was attached there, and I can open it straight away from there. So this app is kind of really good, and you can save it in a PDF or PNG format, and from this you can just pinpoint and start even presentation. So that what I use a lot during hackathons and creating group activities and stuff like that. So if you want to create some activity with student, the only disadvantage I would say about this app that you all have to link with the Miro, and your Google account has to be linked, and then you are able to use this thing. And you the another thing is there are different format like Canva and Prezi. You can select the mind map and all this different kind of mapping whatever you like, and then another features are similar as we have in the other tools as well. So that one the advantage and disadvantage from my side.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. So personally, like I love Miro as well because it's an unlimited kind of whiteboard. And also, like the best part is like when you are creating those boards, you can use those boards as a presentation as well. So it directly transfer from the whole collective ideas to a presentation. So there's a lot to explore in the Miro. So it will take whole session if we will keep on talking about Miro. So let's continue with the next activity of the day. So, Kishore, would you like to take the floor and continue further?
Yes, thank you, Nina. Thank you very much. So the next activity is about our say, yeah, it's a group activity where we would like to discuss about your teaching philosophy and the challenges as a teacher that you encounter and needs basically. And we would like to put you in four in a group or a breakout room where you can personally write your own teaching philosophy. What does teaching mean to you? And what kind of stand you take when it comes to learning, and then collectively discuss what kind of challenges as a group, as an individual, as a teacher that you encounter. So once you do it, you have to represent one person who can talk for the group and summarize the challenges per se. But and all the teaching philosophy, probably you can put it on a list, or maybe what we can do is, if you all can access the Miro board or the Google Jam board, you can put a sticky note with your teaching philosophy. But as a group, if you can come up with a broader teaching philosophy, that is also great. But the major idea is for you to reflect on your teaching philosophy. Secondarily, identify the challenges and needs. So now I will immediately create the breakout room with four members in a group. So kindly, please, one has to be taking notes and be ready to represent when we come back in the same room. Do you have any doubts regarding this? Is the activity clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Then I'll start breakout room, create four. Google Doc will be okay. Yeah, great. That will also be okay. So, Nina?
It's me, Kishan. No,
Yeah.
if you have to link to the Miro account and they have to connect, it's not enough time. So whatever digital tool you are using and flexible with, just one person just start taking notes there, and rest can discuss.
Yeah.
So not everybody have to log in.
Yeah.
That's a yeah.
Also, like even notebook or a pen can be an option too, and we can just take the picture and send it on the Zoom. So that could be a possibility too. So whatever is convenient for you.
So, yeah.
Kishore, you are making the breakout rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. All participants have been invited to join. Please join.
Hello, Puneet.
Hello. So total four people maybe join here, right?
Yeah. Hello, Ashraf. Could you hear us?
हेलो मैम।
Hello.
यस मैम, एक तो यही प्रॉब्लम है ऑनलाइन टीचिंग में कि बच्चों की जो एब्सेंट ज्यादा हो रहे हैं बच्चे।
Just a second, Ashraf. I think one other person need to join us as well. So I will quickly check. Okay. Geeta Mehta need to join us as well. Puneet, could you please look for the Geeta Mehta?
Wait.
Yeah, thank you.
This is room. This is room 2, right?
Yes.
So Geeta Mehta ma'am. Geeta Mehta ma'am and one more.
Only Geeta Mehta ma'am. Okay, maybe in the meantime we can already start. Hello Nikita.
Hi.
Hi.
My group has been changed. How so?
It's okay. Maybe I think we were three only, so. I think the questions are there in the group already.
Yes.
Yes. So we can already start our discussion. So which how you want to do the sharing? Like shall we continue with Miro board or Google document or notebook? What is convenient?
It's fine with him.
Nikita is like really want to explore the Miro, right?
Actually.
That's a good idea actually. Okay. So now like I'm not going to take the lead of the discussion. So feel free who is the person going to the who is going to take the lead. I'm going to be more a silent observer and help you in breaking the ice sometime.
Okay. So Puneet sir, Ashraf ma'am, are you there? Good morning,
Yes
Ashraf
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning Nikita ma'am.
Okay. So we need to discuss about teaching philosophies, what teaching means to us, and the challenges we face, right?
Yes, exactly.
So I think teaching philosophy or teaching for me is actually to finding the potential of a student, and even if it is not in my subject, I would at least try to push him to his limits so that that person can do best there. And if the student has talent in other field also, I always try to motivate them to okay, you sharing screen. I thought I again thrown out of this group too.
No. So like
Okay.
I already created this kind of a pattern, so we can already start.
Okay. So like to finding the potential of a student and to motivate him to do his or her best in that. In one statement, if I would like to say, this is for what teaching means to me. And it actually doesn't just limit to the subject for me. I also try to find out students' interest if there is in another field, or I see student. I try to do the holistic development of the student, not just that like he should study or ego. if like a student doesn't know how to speak, I have seen some students and I have always given them advices that try to speak like this, do not hesitate, do not think about this. So I have tried to give them advices regarding that, and if students do not sit straight, I also tell them that sit straight, you should be active during the classroom in this. And some things are this, and yes, I try to keep it activity based, and like having more examples or activity based as many as possible. So I think this is enough from my side.
Thank you, Nikita. Uh, you can enable the discussion among yourself. It would be more fun, like how you think what teaching should be and what are your teaching philosophy is, and what are the changes that we need to make or challenges that you face. So
Okay,
it's not
so
like point aim, I would say. It's more like a discussion, actually.
discussion. Okay, okay. I think
Yeah.
first of all,
Yes,
Ashraf ma'am and Puneet sir,
Nikita
you
ma'am.
should. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Ashraf ma'am.
Yes, nowadays we are facing a problem that students' participation, it is quite low. Yes, and no, my teaching, as I think, should be practical based knowledge. As I am teaching social science, so my students should be well informed citizen, and they should apply in their. They must know about their rights, their duties, about their social relationship. And one more problem that I am facing here in written work. Writing
Yes,
work is
yes.
not so much appropriate that should
Ma'am is
be.
right. So this is
गवर्नमेंट
actually one
को
of the
प्रेस नहीं
challenges.
हो रहा है work,
This is
बच्चों
one
का
of the
नहीं है
challenges.
yes, it is
Their
one of the
writing
big
habits majorly
yes,
hampered. Their writing habits are majorly hampered. No
yes, work
matter
is
how
totally
much,
incomplete.
yes, no matter how much you say them to open your videos and write it, some of them are definitely not
Some
gonna
of
do
them,
that.
only few students have
Exactly.
shared their notebooks or their
Exactly.
writing work.
And another challenge I would like to say, Nina ma'am, is that this experiential learning is quite affected in the online classroom. If we talk about online classroom, because availability of the materials at homes due to this pandemic and many things, so I would say experiential learning has become quite limited during such times in online
Yes,
times.
they have limited sources, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, limited sources.
Yes, and
Experiential, okay, experience based. All right.
and
Experiential.
experiential learning, I think.
EXP, yes. And NTIA. TT, experiential.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Yes, right. And yes, we can also write in challenges that the interaction from the students is less in this online classroom. We sometimes cannot see their expressions, their body language. So many of them do not interact due to this during the classroom. Interaction has been also affected. Interaction is limited sometimes in the offline classes also due to interest loss of students, but in online it is actually affected a lot. Interaction with students among them and teachers.
I think one more reason is there, the parental monitoring is absent.
What
Yes,
do you
in
mean by
today's
parental
times.
monitoring here, Puneet?
In today's
Pa-
times,
yes, parents are not monitoring their student or their
students.
kids well. They just give them a laptop or a mobile and
Yes.
please take your
And what
class.
happens also is they do not, some of them actually do not accept the mistakes of their child. Many
Yes.
parents are like, they would like to blame it on the school. So
Mhm.
nowadays, parents are like, they are very supporting to their students no matter whether the child is very sincere or not.
Hmm.
So they are just like, they prefer to just save their child.
So that means the
But like,
focus is change. Uh, we can say they start playing blame game kind of thing. They start blaming us that you are the reason and we are paying you, so you should do this.
Exactly.
Yes, Puneet, sir,
Exactly.
some of the parents have also complained
Exactly.
Okay, so like I I do agree with this parental monitoring thing, but I also have few views like because I have heard from from a few parents that where they are saying like we literally need to sit next to the laptops with them during these digital classrooms, and that's kind of like make hampering their own day to day life as well. So I think so how we can come up with this challenge. So we need to figure it out, I guess.
I think there
Actually, in
more needs
smaller
to.
classes, students they have a look on what student is doing because they know a student is not that much tech savvy. But in senior classes, it is not the case.
Mm-hmm. So also like Ashraf, what is your teaching philosophy? What you where you see what is the teaching means for you?
Knowledge should be practice based, and they should at least apply in their lives. As I said earlier, I am
Yes.
teaching social science. My student should be well informed citizen. They should respect the legacy of our country, and they should respect constitution of our country. In them there should patriotism should be encouraged or should be developed.
Yes.
Okay. So at the end, it's like rather than limiting these fundamental rights from the civics book, they need to implicate it into their day to day life, right, Ashraf?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ashraf. Maybe we can move to the next question. Like, what kind of help or do you need to implement effective teaching practices in classroom? Where do you see like the change can start?
I always encourage my students and give their give them daily life experiences and want to correlate. Suppose Kisan movement is going on. I want to know their ideas. I have also discussed about the Bengal elections in my classroom. I have also discussed about right to vote, and I also discuss about maximum participation in elections. These are some of the points that I have discussed to make them aware.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And where like and did you observe any change, Ashraf, as well, like well, before and afterwards implementing those practices into your teaching classes?
Yes, some of the students are taking interest, and they know they give some examples from their own also.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's really a nice, like talking about the farmer protest kind of initiative. It's really a sensitive issue, and it's really good job, Ashraf. Thank you. So
I think smart classrooms, including smart boards, will make teaching more effective. Like in education sector, not many of the schools have smart boards in each of the classes, even though we have in some, but in not all, in our school only. So I think smart board can actually make it very interesting. We can show them video, we can show them pictures and many things. So that will be very effective and attractive for them to learn.
mm-hmm. Puneet, do you have different opinions or do you have the same points in your mind?
Actually, I have seen that on YouTube. Right now in Kolkata or maybe in Kerala, they are using 3D kind of animations and 3D kind of projectors for teaching their students. So this should also be added.
And also, like the present curriculum, we all know NAP is going to be very well actually, but don't know if the curriculum in that will be same for the subjects that more theory and everything. So I think if we can have more practical things in the
curriculum, or we can say more real life related things we can actually show, or we can actually tell them that this is actually real or this has happened. So more reality based things are there which can be shown or experienced by the students. That will make teaching very interesting.
So basically, the more experiential learning.
Yes, basically more experiential learning. Concepts which are basically more based on experiential, because many things are actually theoretical, or we can say hypothetical concepts are also there in science.
Mm-hmm. So, I quickly, like before moving to the conclusion of the session, I have like last point would like to discuss what are the new trainings or new methodologies that you think that maybe I can learn them, and maybe that may help the students in enabling those interaction, making those learnings more experiential, or maybe more like learning through experiences. Or where do you see like okay, this is something like I need to learn, this is something like, because teaching is always also about bit of upgradation as well. And there's from the in the corona shift, we need to come to learn how to use the Zoom effectively. So what are the things like maybe I need to learn to make this learning happen? Because for me personally, I always go to more sit with the students and try to understand what are their challenges they are facing, what are like how I'm not able to communicate with them. Because like sometimes I found there are few students who are more representative in the classroom, and you can see the continuous pattern, but there are some shy students who don't able to express themselves. So I feel like it's my um, I'm lagging this thing. I'm lagging this quality. Like I'm not giving shy students the space to make them express or to make them feel comfortable.
I think what I did, I just create a group. Group. Actually, I am teaching PGT. I'm teaching psychology, so I just create a group of a junior psychologist,
Mhm.
and whenever a student asks me anything, I just answer this question with a smiley face, and I also put their smiley face over there. So I think this will encourage him, and I also motivate them that please ask, this is your class, and if you start asking me, and if you want me to repeat it, I will repeat it again for you. So I think if I'm appreciating them, I'm start engaging them more in the class, then only they can start connecting with me, they can start sharing things with me. Suppose yesterday one student is there who just not able to fetch up their EduNext. So EduNext is an app which we use for connecting students on online platforms. So I just sent. Okay, okay.
We are just lacking of the time because already we have a notification of forwarding the breakout rooms. Sorry
Conclusion,
for
we
it.
can have we can explore more apps, more learning apps that will
Yes.
make it interesting.
एक लिंक भेज दीजिएगा प्लीज। आई थिंक मुझे किसी
Let us finish
वजह
it
से आई
very
थिंक आया नहीं है।
So now I see that everybody's back. Could you all please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. Um, so I was with the team with Nasima, Indra, and Prerna and Geeta. And Geeta did not have proper connection, I guess. She was not able to participate very well. So what I would like to do is now I'll quickly summarize what we have discussed, and then each of your team could nominate a person and do the same. Since there is a lack of time, I would like to take it a bit more quicker. So please be a little bit brief in your summary. In terms of teaching philosophy, we kind of covered all the elements: equity, applied teaching, attending to social emotional needs, and also giving proper directions and without interfering a lot in the decision makings of the students. Basically, as a teacher, you're responsible for the parenting role, at least how Indians see the parenting role, and the knowledge creator role, and also guiding the students in the right direction. So that is the overall teaching understanding about our team regarding when it comes to teaching. And challenges, we have found parents' interference is seen as the most important or the difficult challenges to deal with. Their lack of trust that stems from insecurity obviously interfere with a lot of teachers' teaching activity. And also for higher education, behavioral and morphological challenges, changes, especially that are associated with teenage development, is being seen as one of the important difficult challenges for teachers in higher education. And also lack of career guidance and forced expectations on students from parents end is also interfering a lot with their learning and development and also with teaching. So this is in total that we found as challenges. Then I would like to give the floor to the other teams. Please, yeah, nominate yourself and address your, identify your team members and summarize your challenges. Thank you.
So I think in my team,
Puneet sir and
Puneet, Ashraf, and Nikita.
Ashraf.
Yes. So who would like to volunteer from my team?
Nikita ma'am. You wrote the points. Can you
Yeah,
share
yeah.
that
I
so
will.
that
I
I
will
can
share my screen, Nikita, and
have a brief look?
yes.
Okay, then I can speak. No problem.
Yes.
Okay, so teaching philosophies, we have discussed some like to find the potential in student and to have obviously the understanding of holistic development of the student, not just it should be related to the subject teaching, and it should be teaching should be more activity based, it should be real life related, and they should be well informed what's happening around them. So these are some of the teaching philosophies that we discussed. And if we talk about challenges is like participation from the students is sometimes low in the classroom, and writing habits, like online times, if we talk about writing habits, have been majorly hampered. Experiential learning is also limited due to these online classes, and also in offline sometimes due to unavailability of or any executed. Interaction is less. The students are sometimes less motivated, especially in the online classes. And parenting monitoring is missing for the middle, or we can say senior students. It is only limited to the junior students in nowadays. So parents actually have no idea of what actually student is doing in the classroom or in the schools. Okay, can we move on to another part, Nirmal?
Yeah.
All right. Next is, how do we want to implement effective teaching? Can you please, yes, zoom it a bit?
Just
So, yes, it's actually we discussed to have smart boards will make it very effective. As we know, smart boards help in creating a very good content, and 3D animations also 3D
Sorry.
animations, videos, and everything will make the classes very effective. And daily life related ideas to them, like farmer protest and everything. These kind of knowledge will help them making aware of their surroundings. So daily life related things or topics should be discussed in the classroom, and it should be more activity based and less theory based. Emoticon based learning should be there, like we should be aware of their emotions, and if, for effective participation we can actually represent their answers by giving them feedback as some emoticons and everything. Okay, so conclusion from us, we had that it should be to make it more interesting. We can explore many apps, and we can try to motivate students for more participation and provide them teaching
Nikita,
materials.
Nikita, sorry to
Yes, sir.
interrupt. Because of lack of time, I would like to only focus on the challenges and solutions part. We can come up later. So if you have any
Okay, okay.
more challenges
It's
to add, you
done.
can. Yeah, we
Sorry
can.
to
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt Kishore and Nana. Actually, we have started our meeting. We are running short of time.
Okay.
We have our general board meeting from 11. So I have make a Padlet, and I'm going to sharing that link with the Nana. And please allow us to leave the meeting
Yes.
by concluding that.
Sure.
So we can join. Actually, principal ma'am is over there, and they are heading.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Divya.
I am going to share the link of my Padlet, where we
Perfect.
have concluded our conversation.
And Priyanka will share in next, and I also have that for my team, so no, not an issue. And thank you, Puneet. And you guys can go if it's a big meeting. We will sum up and we will send you a feedback form for this time as well. And we
Thank you
will see
all.
you
Thank
next.
you so much.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you so
bye-bye.
much for
Bye-bye.
your
One more thing I want to mention
Thank you so
here
much.
that our last meeting was very full of enthusiasm and zeal, but this time that was missing. So please carry on with the next meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Sure.
much, Millie. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure.
We will start off with that. The time is the only concern, but yeah, thank you.
Yes, time is the only constraint when we are enjoying too much. But sorry to say,
No,
I
no
have
problem.
shared my Padlet from my team. Actually, in my team, Sarvesh ma'am is there, Bhumika ma'am is there, Asha ma'am is there, and myself, Divya.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
Bye-bye.
Maybe
Bye-bye.
from our team, I'll share my document with you in the
Yes.
group, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
It's
thank you
nice
so much,
interact you.
Nana,
Thank
to
you.
show
Bye,
us
all
the
of
way.
you.
Okay, bye-bye, all of you.
Bye, all of you.
No problem, Puneet.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Have
Have
a
a
great
nice
meeting.
weekend.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.